what was the transition from UCLA to the Minnesota Vikings, other than you went from sunshine and a beach to Thousand Lakes and snow?
I would say the transition was football was a new challenge to me. It was so much fun. Like when my rookie year, I remember it just being like, this is so much fun. Like, but the hard part was where I came from in college, my coach would literally like, we would go over the game plan. I would have my responsibilities. My coach would come up to me before the game and he would be like, hey, all that stuff we went over, just get to the ball. He would be like that though. He would be like, I don't care about any of it. Just get to the ball.
Your pro coach?
My coach in college.
Oh, okay.
He would say, I don't give a fuck about any of it.
I like that though.
Get to the ball.
Go play ball.
You know what time it is.
And I would be like, yeah. So then when I got to the pros, it was like, no, you need to do your job and you better be in your gap. And it was like, you better know this play. So it was like way more discipline. And I wasn't really like, you got
used to freedom.
Parts of my game, obviously it's really good to be disciplined. I'm a very disciplined player. I play within my scheme. But there's times where it's like, I need to chase you down this way and I don't need to go in the A gap. Yeah. I need to go right outside right now.
Yeah. Right.
So it's like, it was a little bit of adjustment of me kind of like playing with freedom, but also like getting yelled at and you
want to be a player that's coachable and work within the system, but you don't want to be a robot.
No doubt.
You want to do the things that got you drafted to play that position.
Because if I do everything they tell me to do, and if I'm in my gap every single time and I do exactly to my job, like I'm not going to be the player that I'm in, that I'm playing, that I'm doing right now.
You have to know the system, the ins and outs of the system, but when you go make the play,
you got to I got to be Eric Kendricks. You know what I mean?
And what's dope as hell is his roommate, one of his best friends, Anthony Barr, played at UCLA. So they were linebackers together. Of course, AB goes first round the previous year to the Vikings. So he's going to a defense that he already knows he got somebody he can trust.
Yeah.
That was a game changer because as far as Anthony's rookie year, he told me he wasn't really he was kind of quiet in the meeting rooms. He was a typical rookie, very understated, this and that. Like he played really well. But for me to enter the same linebacker room as him with some comfortability and like familiarity, it was like I was already like kind of like talking and stuff and like being outgoing because I knew AB really well. And we were playing next to each other. Yeah. So I already had a little bit more, I was way more comfortable initially. And I don't know if they like that as much right away because, but it is what it is. But it was fun, man.
I know that was good for you, though.
It was great for me.
Confidence booster.
And he was able to tell me the ins and outs on the low. Like, hey, you're doing this right now. And plus we already had that chemistry.
Yeah.
And it was just
who you gonna trust? Like it's your brother.
It was great.
We're good.
We were roommates. We were literally roommates in college. You know what I mean? We played next to each other in college. We already did that. So it was dope.
Yeah, that's lit. That's big lit.
That's crazy.
That's big.
After his rookie year, of course, second linebacker in Vikings franchise history to ever have over 100 tackles. Second rookie linebacker to ever have 5 or 6 sacks your rookie year. I mean, just going in on this. I mean, so
all rookie team.
Man, look, there's
linebacker.
Hey,
purebred.
Man. The second year in the league, comes in, tears it in, goes for another 100 bag, but this time not just 105 like his rookie year, adds another 21 into that, 126.
You guys are telling me stuff I don't even know.
Yeah, because you here.
But
I'm just stacking them. I'm just stacking them.
Yes, sir.
Get it. I bet you ain't know this. 49 tackles in the final 4 games.
Really?
That's tackling.
Peaking.
No, you know what they call that?
When it's required the most, that's when I was at the highest.
You know what they call that?
What? Linebacker.
Now you're gonna have me in there boy, you know what you are.
Yes, sir. Second Vikings and first linebacker in team history recorded at least 10 TFL and 10 pass defended in the same season. Score his first career TD, returning interception 77 yards. I know you was tired.
Exhausted.
Did you score?
I did.
You remember? You remember the play?
It was, I remember the play. Everson came off the edge. It was a play action.
Everson Griffin.
He was Everson Griffin
from Arizona.
Yeah, baller. He got a Mariota's face, and I knew that there was a receiver that was very shallow, or a tight end that was kind of coming off the boot. Awareness. And I just was like, I knew that he was gonna get rid of the ball, and I just sprinted up to it. Tugs.
What you thought when you got that? What you was thinking?
I was just thinking getting my knees up.
Stride.
Get my knees up. And it was crazy because I had pulled my hamstring in that preseason. I'm in camp. So I hadn't played any of the preseason games. And I was worried about being out of shape and all that other stuff. But I'm just built for that.
Built for that. Hey, but no, like what you did when you scored though, you did a touchdown dance, you spiked it.
I did the LT, the finger roll. But I kind of was stiff with it. He talked about it later, but that's what my favorite running back. One of my favorite running backs was LT for sure.
Yeah.
And when I was thinking when you asked me who the best running back was, it was Clint Portis at LT.
Yeah. Clint Portis was a good one though.
Yeah. He had a couple years where he was one of my favorites. Yeah. Brian Westbrook was up there with me too.
I love Brian Westbrook.
Yeah. Brian Westbrook. I mean, I was really into running backs.
He was a well-rounded, complete running back.
Catch the ball.
I know. That's how I know that you was a running back. Yes, Brian
Westbrook.
And
then Clint Portis, of course, Washington. What do they call it now? They're not allowed to call them
the Commanders.
The Commanders. They've had 3 names now.
The football team, the Commanders. Yeah. I'm confused.
But LT was the little the dark visor, powder blues on. So I was like, I just knew already what I was gonna do.
That was lit. Okay.
Right. At least you had a plan and you executed.
Had a plan.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you talk bad about how you do it right, you knew what you was gonna do.
I was doing
I'm
it.
gonna hit that. Look, hey, you did nothing after that, but improved the next year, going to 136 tackles, going crazy.
What we call this?
Just a whole nother level.
Boy, keep going.
I'm just trying to stack them, bro.
Led the team with 136 of them things. That boy pushing 150s now.
Man, just going completely ape shit. Ape shit. Yeah, mind if I wild out real quick?
And you know that like they don't really give you like sometimes you feel like you had this many tackles and they kind of give you
facts, bro.
It's like you're like, bro, I at least had 12, and it's like they give you 7 or 6. You're like, how?
I'm like, I was clearly in on like 15 tackles.
But there's also some games where you're like, bro, I only had like 3, and they give you 6. You're like,
There's some games and there's some players like I remember. I seen
Luke Kuechly, bro. All he have to do is be around the tackle. He was getting that thing.
You gotta stack them to get to that level.
Yeah.
You gotta have your name in the conversation for a minute to be on that respect
level.
There
was one game against us, bro. He had like 23 tackles, and I was like, ain't no way.
But maybe he was getting a couple back. He was getting a couple back at the end of his career from what they left.
He knew every play. I went to the sideline. I said, "Stop calling it." He knows.
He knows.
I don't know what y'all did. But he knows. I heard him. They're running press 32 duo. I'm like, he knows
the call.
He's not even using their language. He's using ours.
Our terminology.
He called our play.
He told me to tie my shoe.
Bro. Yeah, he was different for sure.
Right. So this leads up to it, bro. Heading to the 4th year, you go at this point. I just want to know, like, what was the hit or tackle or play that you were like, damn, I can really strive in this league. And it could be first year, it could be second year. Like you get drafted, but somewhere in there you make a hit or you make a play, and anyone or for Mark, you break a run. They should be like, bro, I can do this, and not only can I do this at a good level, I can do this at a high level.
My rookie year, I think it was my first 4 games. I didn't start. I kind of came off I played only nickel. I didn't play base. Mm-hmm. And the 4th game of the year, we played the Chiefs, and that was my first start. And then my second start was versus the Bears. And in the second quarter, I broke my ribs, and it was like clicking around. And I was just like, Harry, I think my ribs are broken. And he was like, we need you, bro.
Here's your coach,
Harrison Smith.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Harrison Smith. Yeah, he was like, we need you, bro. And I was like, all right. Went in for halftime, and then I thugged it out the rest of the game. And
with broken
ribs. And I had 10 piece probably. I don't even know. Well, but I played well, but it was like playing through the injury, obviously playing through the pain, and also we're playing in Chicago. You playing in heavy grass.
Yeah,
it's a physical game,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, I'm built for that. You know what I mean? Like I can do it.
I'm like that.
Yeah, I'm built for this league. For real. And I was like, I missed a couple games after that for my ribs because it caught up to me.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, it was a good feeling to be riding out there.
Gee.